Hi everyone, welcome back to my video. So today we're going to take a look at a video by Chilli, uploaded on Rumble. He's doing what he normally does. He sees a police officer who's pulled over somebody, so he has to get out of the car and be the attention whore that we all know he is. And he's annoying, of course, spewing out stuff he really knows nothing about. And I guess he's now a sovereign citizen, because I know I've heard him talk kind of like little things about sovereign citizenship, but I mean, he just flat out comes out and says, I am free to travel. So yeah, he's trying new tactics now, and I am still working on that video about the public forums. There is a lot more information about it than I thought there was. I was hoping I could knock it out in a day or two, but that's just going to be impossible. There's so much information to research, make sure my facts are right before I throw it on a video. Thankfully, I'm getting some help from Frauditors Exposed, Mark, and I couldn't be more grateful for any help he's giving me. I know I'm going to end up probably pestering him so much that he's going to get sick of me and start ignoring me probably, but whatever help he can offer me, I am so greatly appreciative of it. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the video.
Oh, tú no sabes, ¿eh? ¿Qué? It's turned? You make an illegal turn or anything like that? ¿Posible más rápido o turn signal? No sabes, ¿eh? Tú no sabes por qué el policía aquí, ¿eh? Policía en Estados Unidos es muy malo, muy malo. Policía en Estados Unidos es terrible, peligroso. Yo aquí ahora porque es peligroso para ti. ¿Qué? Oh, sí, mi YouTube channel. Delete laws. See, it's this kind of stuff that's just, it's just not necessary anymore. We just don't need it anymore. You don't need a cop with the lights behind you, and he's going to put his lights on, and he's going to, pull behind you and make a big scene, and that used to be acceptable. But this kind of nonsense, you shouldn't have to deal with this. It's public humiliation, first of all. This gentleman is sitting here. He doesn't know why he's...
So, yep, there he is, showing his ignorance already, and the video just started. I don't understand where he thinks that it is not necessary for police officers to use their lights and sirens. I mean, how else are they going to tell you that you're being pulled over? They can't pull you over unless they bring attention to you. Everybody knows that when the lights are on behind them and the cop is not leaving the area from behind you, then you are the one being pulled over. There's no other way for the cop to tell you, hey, I'm pulling you over. Get over there. It's just more stupidity from Chilli, and what's sad is his cultists, they just believe every bit of bullshit that comes out of his mouth, and it's sad.
It's public humiliation, first of all. This gentleman is sitting here. He doesn't know why he's pulled over. But they don't seem to have any boundaries. They just don't seem to have any boundaries. And, you may not understand it because you may not be a part of it. But when someone pulls you over, a cop pulls you over, then if you have someone here filming you, it makes you feel a lot safer. He's not likely to die right now because I'm standing here. And that's real.
No. Not even close. People are not going to feel safe because you're standing there with your phone recording them. They're going to be annoyed. Nobody wants some idiot with a freaking phone camera walking up and recording the entire interaction with police. Not only are they giving out private information, but most people are embarrassed by getting pulled over and having to get a ticket for whatever reason. Nobody wants you standing there spewing your bullshit and your lies, trying to get attention for yourself when this person could have already been on his way in half the time if the cop didn't have to stop dealing with them to babysit you. No, people do not feel safer having an idiot stand there with a camera recording. Nobody sits there and says, oh no, I'm being pulled over, I'm going to be shot and killed today. No, I'm sorry, that doesn't happen. Some people, a very few people probably, but Chilli, stop.
Highway State Patrol, dial NH NHP, Nevada Department of Public Safety. We got Patrol 439. There's a number on the back. At least there's no desecrated flag on the back. There's an American flag on the back, which is no desecration. And then it's 20339. So, and that's the Nevada Public Safety is what they call it. But really, they're just another brand of terrorism. They're another brand of getting money for the state. That's what they do. And you're subjected to this. And now this guy gets to sit back here. ¿Cuántos minutos aquí? Huh? 5 minutos aquí? Man, I need to learn more Spanish, that's for sure. You have rights. You have rights. ¿Qué? ¿Qué? ¿Derecho? No blinker? No blinker. You got pulled over for no blinker. Listen, I learned Spanish when I was 25 years old because I wanted to talk to my dad. And my dad only spoke Spanish. So if my Spanish is terrible, I'm not sorry. I'm working on it. But, a language is hard. And I've been working on it my whole life. But if I don't speak Spanish regularly, after about a week in Colombia, I'll start to dream in Spanish because I spoke fluently as a boy. So my Spanish is terrible. How's yours?
Okay, yeah, he's just a freaking idiot, but I don't know. Clear this up for me. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong and somebody else is hearing it better than me, but he first says that he started to learn Spanish for the first time in his life at 25 so that he could speak to his father. Then a minute later, he states that he spoke it fluently as a child. No. No, you don't speak it fluently as a child and then in your teens never use it again, completely forget it, but need to learn it at 25 for the first time in your life because you need to speak to your father. No. I mean, he just lies so much that he now lies on top of lies, not realizing he's lying.
This is a necessary function in America today, and it's mostly because cops kill people in America all the time. That's mostly the reason why. But let's see how this cop does. Let's see how he takes a little pushback, because they seem to be just fine until you push back on them a little bit, and then they get all huffy and puffy. He's got the ticket all ready to go. Looks like he's printing out the ticket from inside the car. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, so, I mean, he the fact that he admits that he's just about to harass this police officer, like, well, let's see how he can take a little bit of pushback, like, whatever, Chilli. And oh my God, it's so disgusting listening to this video because he keeps smacking his lips because his mouth is so dry. I mean, we all know why his mouth is dry, the amount of chemicals he takes on a daily basis so that he doesn't have to deal with himself sober. It's just so gross listening to him smack his lips. It's disgusting. Anyways, yes. So police are killed, or police officers do, unfortunately, kill people in the United States. And I get that. However, the numbers are going down. And I will show you that in a moment. However, the numbers of police officers dying every day is rising. like for the year of 2022, 203 officers' deaths. That statistic they haven't counted for the entire year yet. I believe they stopped that count, and it hasn't been updated since August, so I'll have to go back at some point and see if I can find it updated. But in 2021, 651 officers were killed. And in 2020, 429 officers. Now, as far as people, I wrote this out because the webpage that I was looking at was so confusing and it didn't give the total, so I had to total it out. So I went ahead and I did the years, and then it specifically puts out the race of who are. I don't know who other is unless they're Asians and everybody else other than the three here. But yes, in 2020, 900 civilians were killed by police. In 2021, 567. And in 2022, there have been a total of 253 so far. New data has not been uploaded since November. So, again, he can continue to sit there and say, oh, police are killing civilians constantly, every day, by the buttloads or whatever. Yes, people are being killed by police officers for whatever reason it is. But those numbers are coming down, and that is a good thing to see. It means that our police officers may be getting trained in how to properly assess a situation. I mean, we do have cops out there that don't care, but that doesn't mean all cops in a whole are horrible people who don't care.
Where's the accident? You gave him a ticket? You get tickets? You get a ticket? So, I mean, like, for what? Did you hurt anybody?
Yeah,
How many tickets you get? ¿Cuántos? ¿Tres?
La página,
¿Ah?
la página, es en YouTube, internet.
¿Ah?
Ya, déjame pongo ya.
I'll show you.
So sorry for all the dead air. I couldn't remember when he had the dead air in it and when he didn't. But anyways, so there he is, all antsy, waiting for the cop to walk away from the car so that he can go over and bother this poor citizen who just wanted to get his tickets and get out of there. I mean, he even proves that when Chilli walks up to the car, hey, do you get tickets? You get tickets? And the kid's just like, I gotta go, and leaves. And of course, what does Chilli do? As the cop is trying to leave, he has to stop him and start mouthing off because, heaven forbid this cop has to go on with his day and with his job. But Chilli wouldn't understand that. He's never had a real job.
Question. So, there's such a divide between police and citizens now. It's so bad, right? I mean, it's terrible.
Okay, whatever you say.
I mean, don't be obtuse. It's terrible. So part of that reason why there's such a gigantic gap between citizens and police is because you guys pointlessly fine us and fee us, pointlessly. And you're a man, so that means you have a value. You are a gift from God, so you have a value yourself. So what I do when I try to talk to cops is, I don't want to call you names, yell at you, treat you poorly. I just want you to realize your value is far more than this. Far more.
More than what?
Than giving someone street tickets for really there's no victim. The only victim is that man right there. There's no accident. There's nobody bleeding. And our relationships are, I've calmed down. I'm a year into this now, just filming cops.
So there's no victim, you're saying?
There's no victim. Where's the victim?
So what happens when that guy crashes into somebody?
But he didn't.
But what if he does?
Sure, but what if the world turned to mush tomorrow? What about all the people the cops kill? What about how full our prisons are?
He doesn't have permission to drive. He doesn't have a license. So after you're licensed, you stay in the head of the drive car, right?
Well, you don't actually have to have a driver's license. You have the right to travel. No, you don't. You have the right to travel.
In order to use a public street, you have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
You have to have a registered vehicle.
You don't.
You have to have car insurance.
No, that's your idea of what the law is.
Those are the laws laid down by the land, all right?
No, the constitutional law says you have a right to travel. You don't have to have a registration.
I'm not arguing with you, sir.
I'm not arguing. I'm having a cordial conversation. I'm not being mean to you.
I don't want that conversation.
I'm not being mean to you.
That conversation.
Well, the relationships are so bad. I didn't call you names or treat you poorly. I'm just talking to you.
I don't need
that guy. He has to pay a lot of money now, and he doesn't have it.
I'm sorry. How do you know he doesn't have it? He doesn't even know you.
Well, I'm only here to watch you. That's all I'm doing. I only film cops. Because most people don't have an extra $500,000 sitting around. Do you?
It's none of your business.
Man, you're really aggressive. I'm being really cordial to you. I could be really mean.
Is it your business what I have?
Everything you do is my business. You're a publicly paid employee. So that means that you literally are on welfare. So that means you have to take a drug test? Do you have to piss in the cup before you get your paycheck?
No.
Are you drug tested? But they drug test welfare recipients, and you're one of them.
So what does that have to do with anything?
So what I'm saying is the relationship between citizens and police is so terrible because you meaninglessly fine us and fee us, and then when you drive away, that guy's going to hate you. And people are not going to like you because you just gave him a bunch of fees and fines. And there's no victim. There's no one dead.
So what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, well, there it is. The stupidity came out full force in this one. He's talking about the whole relationship is divided between police and citizens because of them stopping us and fining us or ticketing us when they do pull us over, and saying there's no victim, that the kid who got pulled over was the victim. And I mean, come on. The cop is right. They pull us over, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you a warning. But he didn't even have a driver's license, so that's why he got all these tickets. But they pull us over when we do have traffic violations so that we are aware, oh, what if I forgot to use my blinker? There's people that just never use their blinker because they think they're entitled to just drive the way they want to. But what's to say you don't use your blinker that one day and somebody who's driving thinks you're going to go one way when your intentions are to go a different way, and you cause a 5-car pileup? Somebody could die, people could be hurt. This is why they pull us over. Lights being out. At night, if you don't see the lights, you don't know that they're going to brake because their brake light's out and you hit them. Somebody could get hurt. Somebody could be killed. It's common sense. It's why we take a driving test to even get a driver's license. And this whole sovereign citizen bullshit coming from Chilli is laughable. He knows that it's law to have a driver's license to drive in this country. And I'm not even going to spend any time on that because it's common sense. And everybody here knows that you don't have the right to travel in a vehicle without a driver's license. You have the right to travel by foot, by bicycle, hell, by big wheel. If you want to ride a big wheel around town, go for it. You can even ride a freaking horse. I don't think you need to have anything special to ride a horse through town, but I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But Chilli is just being Chilli. Talking about police officers' paychecks or welfare. No, we pay their paychecks. Property owners pay their paychecks. But wait, Chilli doesn't pay taxes, so he doesn't pay the police paychecks at all. So I don't know what he's griping about on that front. Anyways, he's just an idiot, and he just keeps proving he's an idiot. And he's the only one getting triggered by this conversation that he started.
You're supposed to be your brother's keeper. And pull him over and say, hey, you did this wrong.
Tell me the solution to the problem. If you have all
absolutely 100%. These tickets you guys give are only to generate revenue for the state. The only person who should be stopped by police with red and blue lights with a guy with a gun is someone who's driving out of control, who's going to hurt other people. I don't picture that guy driving so horribly that he was going to kill people. I mean, they didn't use his blinker, what he told me. He said he didn't use his blinker.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
So, but what I'm saying is like the way you have this kind of no feelings, the word is obtuse, where you don't feel anything for the person you just gave all those.
How do you know that?
Well, you just gave someone how much, $600, $700 worth of fees? Right, you don't know.
Oh,
because you don't care. And that's what I'm saying.
I don't want it to distract me from writing a ticket or not, whether I know how much it is.
Right, and that's the problem. You've turned off your consciousness. You've turned off the good person that you are.
You give me a solution to what we're supposed to do.
Pull the guy over and tell him, hey, you did this, you did that.
And then
you didn't hurt anybody.
And then what?
I'm going to let you go.
And then what's he going to do?
And then he's got to get his stuff fixed. And you get his phone number, you give him a call. You actually follow it up. You be a steward of the community.
Then he's going to drive away and do it again, right?
Or you call him the next day and say, hey, I stopped you yesterday. I let you go. Did you get your license in order yet?
What's that going to do?
Well, first of all, it's going to show that there's someone from the state who actually cares.
Why not hold somebody accountable for their actions?
By giving someone fines and fees is not holding them accountable.
Sure it is.
See, that's the problem, man. You turn off. You're a good person made by God. And so as soon as you put this uniform on, you forget all of the good nature that you were given when you were born. You carry torture cuffs on your side to put people in torture cuffs.
They're called handcuffs.
They're made for slavery. They were literally made for slaves to torture slaves.
I'm not going to argue with you, man.
But you put them on, but you just turn your conscience off to what you do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. It is what it is, dude. And you see how quickly and how blind eye he closes to what he does. He doesn't know what those fees or fines are. He doesn't know what it's going to cost anybody. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a. He doesn't care. And then the idea that he would just get the guy's phone number and follow back and go, hey, did you get your license fixed? Hey, I want to help you out. I want to get you back on track. He doesn't care about anybody but himself and getting his paycheck. He said that if he thought about what he was fining and feeing people, it would deter him from writing a ticket. Yeah, you should be deterred. There goes a tyrant. There goes someone who doesn't care about you, but yet he's entrusted to be the shepherd of the flock that is the American populace. I'm out. See you guys.
Poor Chilli. Beta boy, Chilli. The cop just rolled up his window and drove away, which is what every cop needs to do when Chilli approaches them. Just walk away. Leave him in his dust so that he doesn't have to deal with this whiny brat man-child every time he doesn't like something. I found it really funny that he thinks he knows how much the fines were. But when he asked the cop how much the fines were and the cop says, I don't know. Now Chilli's going to sit there and say, well, he doesn't even know how much the fines were. The cop doesn't have to tell you anything. So if he chooses to say, I don't know, so that he doesn't give you the amount of fines that this kid got on his tickets, that's not your business to know. I agreed with the cop saying that. He did give the kid a warning. However, because he didn't have a driver's license, he had to ticket him. And it's not a cop's job to call and follow up with everybody they pull over. Like, Chilli's just trying to find reasons to whine and complain to police because he has nothing relevant to say, nothing intelligent to offer in life at all. And it's pathetic and it's sad that a human being can just float through life grifting off of people, doing fundraisers for people that he takes 20% of because what? Finder's fee? I did the fundraiser, so I get I get a lot of the money. Or he just takes it and goes on vacation with it. That's all he does. And then he couch hops, borrows people's cars. He is the exact definition of a deadbeat. Chilli is a deadbeat. He will never amount to anything good in life because he's 48 years old and this is what he's doing. He has spent his entire life lying to people about some fantasy life that he had in the past and that he has now. And then what does he do? He goes to whatever house he's couch hopping at that night and goes to sleep a sad, lonely, pathetic man-child. And that's the life of Chilli. And he probably could do something good. He he's a great liar. I mean, look at all the idiots that follow every word he says and believes him. So he could do sales or something. He's just too lazy to work. He'd rather do this. Well, anyways, I'm sorry I rambled a lot in this. I just had a lot to say about this video because he just pissed me off that bad. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I will get on the other one. I will get it out. I just need more time to work on it. But I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. Love you. Bye.